So we know that in social media, health is presented a very specific way. A lot of the time we see this through a very specific image presented to us. What do we make of that, and like how would you explain to someone about maybe why that's not actually what health is, but health is more than that?
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize that social media and platforms are selling images, fitness trends. There's ones like what I eat in a day, and they often promote like this is the way to health. Right. When in reality, right, health looks different for each person. And it's important that we stay away from or choose what we're going to watch on social media, things that influence us, that make us feel good, rather than make us feel like we're not doing enough or we're not fitting the social standards of what health is.
I think it's hard too, because I think that we can almost like, there are times where you can look and tell someone that, like, tell that someone is not well and that they are unhealthy, or like there are times, I know, like you can tell when someone is doing a lot better, but I think that those images are presented in a very different way, almost than like social media presents it, because I see that in like the personality, or like a glow in them coming back, like in who they are and how they like present themselves. But I also think it's important for us to know that that's not like the full image of health.
And in terms of some of the social media influencers are portraying health, when in reality behind closed doors it can be very disordered, and those disordered practices are promoted as health when in reality many of them are not.
Right. So what do you think would be helpful for people to do to try to like take steps away from like using that as like how they determine what health is?
I think it's focusing and staying in our own lane of what works for us, what feels good for us, what in terms of joyful movement is, what eating is for us in terms of, and not comparing to what the influencers said that we should be doing.
Right. It's almost like finding what is ours, what fits our needs, where we're at in our life, what makes us feel good.
Exactly.
Which is going to be like very different than even like our best friend or someone that is family.
Exactly. And health has many looks.
Yeah.
It's not just what we see on social media.
Right.